last time Sebastian was here in our D&D session, he was running through the kingdom of Southumberland, far to the east. He went from Monmill, traveled after injuring the sheriff, after almost being apprehended, traveled south towards the Mon, where he tried to escape through the woods, ended up forgetting some of his time traveling for some reason. He doesn't remember, neither do we. But he did eventually make it to Wakeport, where he would charter a ship and go to Restport. That's as much as I'm going to recap. Watch the episode if you've been keeping up with the series. Otherwise, we start our session with the boat kind of calmly drifting towards the port at Restport. It looks like a pretty large, unwalled town. Lots of human houses, maybe a couple dwarven homes here and there, as it is close to the tin-tipped mountains. But you sail into town, and the gangplank gets put down. The ship captain goes, "This is your stop."
Thank you, Captain. I appreciate your travel or your service. Hospitality. Thank you. I couldn't find the word. Well, I'll be off. Before I do go, what would you say is the largest city on this side of the continent?
There are plenty of large towns and cities. Shieldhelm is the largest, but that is far away, and currently they are involved in a conflict with each other. I would not go there.
With who? Civil War?
Somewhat of a civil war. It started when a necromancer began an uprising, was swiftly dealt with. We're not sure if he died or he just disappeared into the histories, but it started a variety of conflicts in the westernmost kingdom of the Imperium of Man, as they call it here.
Am I still kicking around over there?
I don't know. That's why I said the lost to the histories are dead.
How long ago was this?
Oh, it started about 5 years or so ago.
Okay. Well,
Shell, and I would avoid Shell as well, as they are involved in that war. Although they are a different kingdom, they all fall under the Imperium. Safest place is the Plains of Silver. Bless is nice, however it is full of zealots. People very, very enthused with worshipping the essences go to Bless. It is the capital of the Church of the Essences. Other than that, I suppose you could go fight in the Minotaur pits of Volthran. But,
wait, where's Volthran?
it is an island, with the town of Sokan on it. It has many Minotaur men.
Can you make good gold in there?
If you could fight Minotaurs.
Who can? Well, I appreciate your help. I will be on my way now.
Good day. Ship captain will wish you away, taking to other business. You look across this reasonably large town. It's pretty nondescript. There's a lot of different buildings around. There looks to be a couple dockside taverns you could look into.
Yeah. First, I'll go look to see if I can purchase some some yellow dyes.
Okay, you go to a general store. You ask for blonde dyes. They go blonde dyes.
Or bleaching.
Oh, bleaching. Yes, we can acquire some for you. It'll take about a day to go to the herbalist and get something made, probably. But
typically, how much does that cost to commission something from the herbalist?
Oh, here and there. I would say, where's what I'm looking for? I'm looking for something specific that's equivalent. Where the heck is this thing? Be about 2 gold pieces, I'd say. On short notice. If you're just looking for a small vial, if you're looking for something to dye your entire hair, he looks you up and down. Perhaps 8 would be better, as I find the equivalent, because it had writing in front of it. I was just looking for ink.
8 vials or 8 gold? Oh, 8 gold.
8 gold for a vial.
Shit.
Yeah, I found it. I was looking for ink, and it's apparently is written as writing ink instead of ink. So I was looking at I when I should have been looking at W.
Okay.
Yes.
Essentially, okay. For now, that's for a rush. Or what about for regular order? You're saying on short notice. I don't know if that would change anything.
Short, yes. For regular order, perhaps it would be a gold cheaper, maybe 7.
Yeah. When can I pick it up? If
Short notice or long term?
Short notice.
Tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow. All right. Thank you. I'll be back.
Well. Very, very well.
Actually, also while I was here, I also found this. I pull out the 10 GP opal.
He looks up and down. Yes, a regular find. Looking to pawn it or sell it, or
pawn it. Yes.
You pawn. You want to buy it back then at a future point.
Not pawn. Oh, that's what pawning is?
Yeah, pawning means you intend to buy it back, and if you don't, they'll sell it. So they give you less money. They give you they give you like a loan, basically. Is the idea.
Pawn shops are sad places. Jesus, then. Okay.
Pawn shops are. They also have selling as well, but I don't know. That's what I learned from the Detroit Pawn and not Pawn Stars, but.
Well, I'll sell it to him. I'll sell it to you.
5 gold?
It's worth at least 10. I don't have to make a profit, but
to sell.
I mean, how about this? How about we call it square on the potion, and I give you the opal.
That's fair. He will take the opal and not charge you for the potion or the
Perfect.
POTUS hair dye.
Do you know how long until the you know where the best inn around town is?
Oh, there is the. He looks.
Actually, let me say not best. Let me say a decent inn.
The porridge pie. Should
There we
work
go.
just fine. It's only a tavern, it's only an inn, not a tavern.
Just so I know where to stay away from. Is there like a rougher side of town, or is it just all just the average village?
There is not much of a rough side of town to Restport. We are mostly a merchant town. We're close to a city at this point, with 6,000 or so souls living here. Most of the activity, though, is on the docks. The rest is usually residential. I suppose there's a couple warehouses to avoid on the docks where crime could occur, but they're out of the way and tend to be towards the southern part of town.
And do you know how much it would cost to get travel to Shieldhelm? And I've heard that they're going through kind of a power struggle at the moment, so I wouldn't really know what the going rate would be for that far of travel.
There are no real ships traveling to Shieldhelm at the moment because you would have to go to Shiphold, and we are in the opposing side of that war currently. We are under the kingdom located within Shell, whereas Shieldhelm and Shiphold are both the opposing side. Although Shieldhelm and its kingdom in the Imperium is much smaller town-wise, but much larger population size, because Shieldhelm is one of the major cities on Idmar. It's one of the highest population counts out of anywhere here.
How about from here to Char?
You wish to go to Char? Why would you want to go to Char?
I just heard that was the closest city, the closest town to, and it's still part of your I
I
guess,
wouldn't.
country.
I would not go to Char. I would take it by road to get there. You could charter a carriage or a wagon on the cheap. Carriage less so. Yes, a silver piece per mile for a carriage would be,
Oh my god.
be quite expensive.
Ugh. So 20 gold.
Just about. You could sign up as a caravan guard, but that would be slow going. Take you some time to get to Char.
Yeah. Is there any merchant, any place
would
merchants hang out?
Advise not going there willy-nilly, though. The Baroness was killed, and currently lawlessness roams that land. There are many lizard folk that attack the town daily, and I hear the local sheriff has taken, martial law into his own hands, and is currently running it.
Then I can make my way to Limestop. Then that seems like the furthest down the road I can go.
Go where you must. There is much danger, of course. Where there is danger, there is always fortune,
Opportunity.
perhaps. Yes.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Do you know where merchants typically hang out here? Just so I know, which group I can jump on with.
Yes. Merchants traveling out of Restport tend to take to the west side of town at, what is it called? Todd's.
Odds. Okay. Well, thank you. I'll be back tomorrow morning.
So be it.
What time of day is it?
It's probably early morning as you pulled into port, so around there still.
I don't want a lot of people to see me like this, so I'll just hang out out of town and set up camp there for the night. I won't be going to any inn.
Okay.
So I head out of town. I set up camp and then I go to sleep outside.
You set up on the outside of town. Oh my. Give me just a moment. What am I looking for?
Already got my perception roll ready.
You can give it if you'd like now, as I prepare.
I don't see shit.
You do not see anything. But even with that terrible perception check, you will wake up at the last moment here. Just need a second. What are your plans as I prepare this encounter?
Well, find work. Hopefully, half I can do Thieves Guild work. Then hopefully, otherwise, I'm still on my quest to find that bag of holding.
So you're looking for a bag of holding. There we go. This is one of my favorite D&D monsters.
God damn it.
Okay. You are restfully sleeping as you are startled as you hear my cat is freaking the hell out. And you look over your shoulder into the darkness and you see like these 4-foot tall creatures. Most of their features are blanked out. They look muscly and hairy and Freya, no. They have these long, weird little hands compared to their body size, and they look to be drooling down their mouths, and you can just barely see very sharp fangs and little pointy ears with a big black mane. But their face is kind of guarded from you. You see about 4 of these creatures approaching you, little short swords in their hand. They're about 20 feet away as you awake in your slumber. Probably not sleeping in your armor, just as a note. Freya, no. Oh my goodness. She's taking my dice. She just swiped up the dice.
Can I take the turn to don my armor then block, or would that be?
You can take the turn to don your armor or block.
Okay, block is a -4, I believe.
Tell me your action.
-4. 1 second. Unarmored, I'm 5. -4. Bring me down to 1. Bring me down to 1 or AC 2. Yeah, I'll don my armor.
You will don your armor. Give me initiative to see who goes first in this action.
They roll 10.
Let me get their initiative. They go at 8.
9.
So they go quicker than you. They close the distance quickly as you burst up from your slumber. The 4 of them surround you, 1 on each side. You're not like fully surrounded, but you know, your opportunity attack effectively surrounded. As 1 rolls a 14, other rolls a 5, a 16, and an 11. What's your AC?
16 hits.
16.
65 unarmored.
All right, you get hit with one of their tiny little short swords. You take 3 piercing damage as you begin to see these creatures. I'm going to show them on my my recording. But they are what we call gibberlings. You don't know that, but they're these strange small creatures that kind of howl and cause fear and regular civilians and try and swarm their enemies. They are frightening. They have these big, weird, wrinkled humanoid-like faces, but they have these animal-like teeth. They're gray and have these dark black manes like a lion. And their feet only have 2 big toes. Their hands are 6-fingered, though. And they growl and yip and yell and scream and howl, make every various noise you could imagine in the night that would cause a regular peasant to fear. You are probably also afraid, but you don't have to do a morale check because you're a PC. What do you do, Sebastian, as you don your armor? Do you say anything? Do you scream?
I'm checking what the block does. I'm just confirming that real quick.
I thought you were donning your armor.
No, I know, but like I just realized I forgot what the block did effectively. I thought it was -4, but I just want to make sure before I declare anything. I am gonna put my armor on, but I just want to make sure before I actually did anything after that action.
That is your full turn. Except for like speaking and movement. You can try and run away if you'd like. 30 feet.
You know what? I think I'm just gonna go two-handed with the bastard sword actually, because I have a better. I think I have a better chance of just fighting it out with an AC 5.
Okay. So you can go with the bastard sword if you want to do that action. You drop your armor, take out your bastard sword. Give me rolls to hit against the little creatures yipping and yowling.
I slice one of them in half. At this point,
give me your damage, though. You take your bastard sword. You cleave it down on the creature's head, slicing it in half as you see one side of it shifts off from the other. It has this just like weird little beady black eyes that go cross-eyed for a moment as it looks at you and then just falls apart.
So at the end of this round, I get an attack, correct? Or is it the end of the next round?
Next round. Second attacks are always after. Unless you're higher level, then you get 2 attacks per round. It gets different, but specialization.
Oh, okay. So specialization, I thought I get an attack at the end of every round if I'm using my bastard sword, or is it the end of every other round?
It's every other round.
Every other round.
It's always been that way. We did it last session almost.
We did. I just kind of forgot for a second.
14, a 15, and a 16.
16?
Yes.
Wait, what are the other ones?
14 and a 15.
15. I have an AC of 5, so I believe that hits.
Okay. That would hit you if you have an AC of 5. The first attack takes the short sword and stabs it into your calf for 7 points of damage, just slicing a big piece of you off. The other one does 2 points of damage as it slices into your other leg. 3 of them still surround you. They drool with hunger. You see they're covered in little pieces of dirt. You take your bastard sword out again. What do? You get 2 attacks here because it's the end of the round after you attack. So,
but if I run, I don't get that bonus attack, correct?
You don't. You need to be consistently in combat for it.
Okay, attack 1.
That's a hit. You take your bastard sword and slice into 1.
Attack 2 is a critical failure.
Oh.
So I'll roll my damage for the first one first before I roll my fumble check, and then it's an 8.
You cleave off the second one's head, taking it off. You see its furry mane go with it, as it is now just a muscular little 4-foot body.
Can I yell at them, like kind of like a morale check, just to scream?
You can if you want.
Okay. What would this be? This be charisma?
Sure. You can do charisma. Morale check is different though.
I'm not morale, but like trying to like scare them off.
Sure.
Like, come on! 16.
Okay. They don't run. They
So
go in at you. What?
Oh, never mind. You go ahead.
They go in at you. One with an 18, another with an 18. The
I'm about this,
gibberlings,
to be honest.
notorious for their lack of fear, go after you. 1 damage. Another. You are so fucking lucky, Nahum. Another 1 damage. As you take 2 slices to the calves. I'm actually furious. Ironically so. I could have killed you here. These things, just as a note, these things do not run. They attack until they die. That's what this is why I love this monster. They're notorious for popping out of the ground. The only thing that scares them, I'm not going to tell you because then you know.
I could do it.
There's one thing that scares them, and it's not humans yelling.
The thing is, at this point, I have 2 options here. I can throw a punch, which is D3, which I have no idea if that. I just know they're below 8. I know they're below 8, but beyond that, I have no idea. I could punch. Yeah, I punch them as just D3. It's 2 this round, but that's not. I don't think that's enough. I could. I don't know. I just have to. I guess I have to roll because if I run, and that's a third of my movement, they're definitely catching up and attacking me. So I guess I just have to. I'm forced to kind of use my Vascular Sword at this point.
As you think about it, you get stabbed in the legs for those 2 points of damage that you took. What do you do? Oh, that's a hit. You hit one. Do you kill it?
Yes.
You take your bastard sword, you point it down, and you slice into it, just carving out a nice piece of this one's muscly stomach. It looks surprised for a moment. It continues to try and thrust at you for a couple seconds and then topples over. The last one goes in for maybe its last attack. We'll see. A 6.
Oh,
it
thank God.
misses you, diving at you, but you just deftly move out of the way with your big bastard sword in your hands. What do you do?
Wing at it.
A natural 1. You get your second attack.
Fuck.
Should start doing critical failures again.
7.
7 will hit, as it only has an AC of 10.
8 damage. He's dead. Woo.
You take your bastard sword and you swipe it at the creature, just knocking off its arm. You see it no longer has a short sword. It begins to run in your direction, trying to bite at you, but it will just impale itself finally on your blade as you kind of hold it up to defend yourself. It goes onto your blade. You see its large, gnashing teeth. Just still trying to bite you, and you can decide if you like smash its head or whatever, but you end up killing these strange, continually killing and murdersome creatures that never run. Except for one thing, but we will hide that.
Well,
And,
I stomp its head in.
Mhm.
I search them to see if there's anything of value on them.
Let's see here. Treasure. Nil. No.
No. Okay. I take the short swords. I try to clean them up. Try to make them look decent.
Okay. You clean them up.
I appraise them to see how much the
Did you
short
hear
sword
that?
may be worth. What, the dice fall?
That was my cat just smacking my dice under my bed and then running after it.
I thought I had something else to worry about.
Is that a D20? I think it was a D20. I'll have to go get that later. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
All right, yeah. So I polish up the swords and I appraise them. I had to see how much they may be worth. This is an int check.
Yeah, you take a look at the swords. You can appraise them.
To see if if I polish them up and make them look decent, will they still be worth it, or will they still look like goblin swords?
I won't make you run a check for this. You can do just the. What'd you roll?
Of 28.
Passed. Okay. Would have been fun if you didn't pass after I said that. Yeah, they'll be worth about probably 5 gold, given they're worth 10 GP. 5 gold each.
Gold each.
Yeah.
So 4 of them. That's sick. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll probably have to sell them at half. So yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
20 gold. So yeah, I guess I just kind of push the bodies off and I clean up, put my armor on, then go back to sleep.
It's gonna be hard to sleep in your armor. That is very impractical.
Okay, I go back to sleep, but I wear the armor as a blanket.
No.
Joking.
Okay.
I don't think I'm gonna
as much as I want
for
some
the
art,
second time at night.
as much as I want some art of you sleeping with a piece of chainmail in your arms like a body pillow, I don't think we can facilitate that in game.
Chainmail, son.
You go to sleep. You wake up roughly 5 hours later. Take that 5 HP from the belt of Trollish Fortitude. I'd have to go look at my notes to see exactly what it's called, but you gain the HP. You wake up. It's a bright day. What do you do?
I head straight back. I head straight back to that store. First when I come in is like, hey, I also have some swords I need to sell. I have 4 short swords.
They'll buy them for 5 GP each. Yes, good.
20 gold. There you go. I'm not gonna fight him on this one.
Cool. And he will hand over the die. Looks to be in a small, kind of roundish, kind of like not glass, clay vial. He goes, here you go.
By the way, do you have clothes like grayish hue and some sturdy pants?
What kind of quality were you looking for here?
Nothing too fancy. Medium, I guess. Mid quality.
Okay. Be about 6 silver.
I hand him the 6 silver.
He'll hand you back what you were looking for, approximately. Something similar. Doesn't fit like it's made for you, but it fits. You know?
I just realized I was editing my gold off of my my new character sheet.
Oh god.
Yes.
You are not Locke Rockford, but for anyone watching, we're soon to be playing a Magic Academy campaign, so it'll be fun. Magic
stay tuned.
University. Yes.
So yeah, I change out my new clothes. Belt stays, of course, but new clothes. And I go to like the riverside. I kind of get ready. I start dyeing my hair. Try to turn it blonde.
Okay. Give me a disguise check as you try to do what I think you're doing, I believe.
Yes, I am.
See how well
20.
you do this.
Well, it's a plus 16, so I feel like I have a pretty good chance. Plus 16, plus 1 because I also have the mod for it. 24.
Okay. It's a pass, just a regular pass. You begin to push the blonde dye through your hair, and it will dye your hair blonde, effectively, making you look like a blonde Sebastian.
I change clothes. I put my old clothes in my bag.
Sure.
And yeah, I head towards the what's it called, Todd's? I head towards Todd's to go check out to see if there's any merchants hanging around.
Okay, you'll head towards Todd's. Todd's is a medium-sized tavern with what looks to be not affluent people outside of it, but travelers. It's on the west side of Westport. There's a couple caravans parked outside it with various mules or oxen that are used for carrying, goods on carts. You'll enter in. Looks to be just more of a family-like establishment. Not a lot of rowdy people going on, mostly just people having drinks, having light conversation, eating a meal or two. You see a group of adventurers at one table, most likely, with a guy with a staff and a person with a bow and, armor. And then you'll see at another table is a couple merchants who are sitting there with these light purple robes with kind of these pointy feathered hats.
I walk up to the group of merchants. I don't mean to interrupt you gentlemen, but I'm trying to make my way over to Lime Stop, or somewhere in the proximity. I don't know if any of you could be in use of a sword to guard your caravan when we head up. Well, if any of you are already heading that direction.
One of them, let's see here,
Well, dandy, gentlemen.
a man, will speak up. Yes, I have wares I need transported. You're a guard? Caravan guard?
I mainly do some adventuring work, but yeah, I need to head up there and might as well.
Standard rate for a
do some work.
mercenary is a gold a day, with the expectation you'll be defending me from all manner of monsters or baddies on the road.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so be it. We leave tomorrow morning. Be here at X a.m. sharp. Doesn't actually say time. He says, when the sun comes out.
Okay. I shake his hand like,
Yes.
Stephen.
Charles.
Well, thank you for your patronage, Charles. Well, I'll meet you guys. I'll meet your caravan here tomorrow. Do I have anyone to look out for, or will you be personally manning it?
I will be manning it. I have a small cart with my goods in it.
All right. Well, I will see you here tomorrow. I'm gonna get a drink before I head out. Then I go to the bar. I just kind of mull about, eat some breakfast. You know.
Yeah, it costs you, standard rate in the book is, just common food per day. Yeah. So do you buy lodging at an inn somewhere this time, or do you sleep on the streets? Just out of curiosity. Clap, you don't join when we do this.
Oh, you're streaming?
Oh my lord.
So yeah. What was it? 5 silver, right?
Yes.
2 silver? Okay.
It's 5 silver. Wait, no, hold on. Sorry, I got distracted by that. Just give me a second. Okay. For inns, it's 5 silver pieces for a night, or 5 for copper pieces for a poor inn. For your meal, it's only 3 silver. So 8 altogether if you're living common lifestyle.
I'll do common, sure.
Okay.
I'll do poor, fine. Wait,
Okay.
poor would be like a group of people in one bunk, right? And then common would be like I have my own room.
5 is basically you're sleeping on like a like blankets on the floor, basically in a common room. If you're doing 5 copper, your own room would be 5 silver.
5 silver, sure, 5.
Okay.
Don't want people to steal from me.
You sleep in your own room. That is a concern. And you'll wake up in the morning. I think you're at full HP now.
Yep.
So, and you can go meet with Charles.
I go meet him outside of Todd's. So like, and do I see anyone else besides him? Does he already have a company guarding him, or is it just me and him?
You just see him. He has a large cart. It looks to be like a vendor kind of cart that can be opened and there's wares inside. You see him organizing it as you get close. It appears to be various vials of different things, maybe poultices or potions. They have so many different liquids you couldn't tell, what exactly they are, but they're full of liquids, and he appears to be shuffling through them. As you come up behind him, he doesn't seem to notice you yet, and he's mumbling to himself, "Oh, these go here, these go here. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Oh, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful."
Charles.
Oh, yes, yes. Hello, Steve.
I prefer Stephen, but
Stefan, yes. Let's get off. Let me just finish this, and he will continue organizing for a couple more minutes. Close the vending cart and get on the front of it. It is led by a donkey, a single donkey.
So
Go ahead,
So
walk
what's the final
alongside.
All right. Where's the final destination for the cart?
Oh, we're going to Lime Stop, and maybe we'll make our way towards Char, depending on the situation on the road.
All right, fair enough. How long will we be staying in the next town? I'm assuming there's a town on the way there.
There's Orenstead, yes. It's about a day's travel. We'll probably stop in Orenstead, and we'll not stop. We'll make travel through the night and day towards Limestop, as the Mellow Grove is not so mellow at times.
All right, perfect. I'm ready to go whenever you are.
Let us set off as you begin your life as a vagabond, once again. Do you make conversation with Charles? He appears pretty chipper. He's got his nice purple robes and his feathered hat. He appears to have a long mustache. He's smiling all the time, very chipper.
I'm making conversation in the sense that I'm trying to get as much information about this area as I can, politely in conversation. Oh, where are you from? You're a produce salesman, so on and so forth.
Yes, I sell many potions. Some make women fall in love with you. Others will make you grow 10 times your size over a period of weeks. Others help your virility. That sort of thing.
I see. All right. So, are you originally from around here?
I'm from everywhere. He smiles. Would you like to buy a poultice? I could sell one to you on the cheap.
I'm fine. I'm not much of I'm not really in the use of high virility at the moment. But if there's anything at Orionstead that changes my mind, you'll be the first to know.
Very well. Sigh. I was hoping you would buy something.
Hope you use your paycheck to buy shit from me. If you're the person giving you your paycheck. Yeah. So I'm new to the area. So what is the landscape like? I heard there was a civil war going. There was a war going on between Shell and Shieldhelm, but I'm not really sure of where the fighting is exactly.
Oh, yes, the fighting between Shell and Shieldhelm. It's mostly congregated on the Duster's Run settlement is where the most fighting has occurred. It is quite a trenched battle. Other than that, there is fighting that has been happening at sea, although that is mostly just the kingdom located within the place of Shieldhelm and Shiphold, fighting with Hipple-Ripple's small navy and preventing any trade from being transported between the two places, and the Windless Isles and Obsidio being the most relevant place with its lucrative stone trade. Yes. Other than that, there is, fighting all over the place where small squadrons will face off along the border there, but they tend to ignore us down here. We tend to be too far away to worry about, as Shell and Shieldhelm being two capitals of relative ease of reach causes many problems.
So, do you know the landscape within Shieldhelm? Is it still safe to live there, or?
Safe to... yes? I wouldn't go there. It's too many muckety-mucks. Lots of bureaucracy involved in everything. It's under the Stengeti Range, and you're aware of what happens with the Stengeti Range, aren't you?
Not at all.
Oh, there's many creatures, goblinoids and orcs and ogres, and all those folk live in the Stengeti Range and under it in the tunnels below, and they will come out from time to time and snatch people if they can find holes up into Shieldhelm.
Oh wow, okay.
They face many problems with that, but the lucrative stones found in the Stengeti Range keep Shieldhelm there. And also, it is called Shieldhelm because it defends the rest of our fair continent from the forces of the Stengeti Range. Yes.
All right, thank you. Then from there on, just It's just like we wanted to go over just like general history for the area, just so I like understand and I could potentially understand what's going on here.
He's not really a historian.
Not
But,
history, but like
okay.
like geography,
Okay.
what goes where, who dislikes who, shit like that.
Okay.
I have the context for an intelligence check, pretty much.
Yeah, he can inform you on like merchant stuff. So he's like, "Oh, I trade here and here, and there's a lucrative trade here and there." So he'll have mostly just that kind of information beyond like very vague information on the war. You're traveling though, and can you give me a perception check as you are traveling? Okay, you notice from behind you a group of men in chainmail kind of quickly gaining pace on you. There appear to be about 3 of them, and they are all on horses.
All right. I hop onto the wagon, and I inform him there's 3 men on horses following us. Can this thing go any faster? I pull out my bow.
He looks at the mule. You better get off and deal with it.
All right.
Those brigands
well,
need dealt with.
I get my bow out, and I yell, halt.
They will stop about 100 feet away on their horses. They will look to you and your companion, who is kind of shifting his head around the cart, kind of shaking a bit. You're standing in front of this, I assume, kind of between them and the cart. Yeah?
State your business.
We are from Restport. I am the captain of the guard for the local lord. This
what seems to be
man,
the problem, then?
he
Oh.
points to the cart, is guilty of scamming the local townsfolk and nobles of their gold for fake potuses.
Shit. Okay. Well, he hired me to take him to Lime Stop. I lower my bow at this point. I was guarding the cart while it heads up north.
And will you step out of our way and allow us to do the justice of the land?
Yes, one moment. Let me see if I can still secure some payment. Then I kind of like go over to the guy. I was like, hey, looks like things not going your way. Like pat him on the back, make a move to pickpocket him. Like that's that's what I'm trying to do right now.
You can roll a pickpocket check.
Make a move to pickpocket him, steal his gold pouch. Like let's just how about just go with them? Let's not make it too tough. I thought we were on the good side of the law here. You told me you were a potion merchant. I fail.
You terribly fail. I think that's actually you get noticed.
No. They have to roll another check if I get noticed. I'll look at the chart for that.
I'm pretty sure it's just like 90 or higher. They notice you.
I'll check. 1 second. Thief.
Rules is written.
Pickpockets. Enables bard. No, this is bard.
Thief. Notice the thief subtract 3 times the victim's level from 100. If the thief's pickpocket score was equal or greater than that number, the attempt is detected.
Okay, so I'm assuming
well,
he
is 0th level, so yeah, he doesn't notice you.
Cool.
100, you'll get noticed by 0th level. The higher chance, the further you go there. So, all right. They do not notice you try and pickpocket them, but you utterly fail as you try and reach into their coin purse. You actually notice it's not even there. Yeah. The guards start to trot forward on their horses.
And while they're doing that, I asked the guards, you care if I secure my payments for my wasted time from his stores?
They look at you. All his money is forfeit to the state.
Is it now?
His contract with you may be faulty. You could come back to Restport and seek the local lord to see if your money can be returned to you.
Frankly, it's just 1 gold. I'm not. I assume he stole much more than that.
It's quite a bit of money.
Yes. Well. mm, So just to confirm, all these POTUSes are garbage.
We would believe so. If any of them are real, we'd be surprised.
Oh, okay.
The man is
Well,
shaking. Why aren't you... He slaps you on the back. Why aren't you defending me? These brigands come to take our things. You think they're really town guard? You think they would come all the way, half a day's journey, to track down a potion POTUS maker?
Charisma check to see if he's lying at this point.
I'll infer his facial reactions, but I can't tell you if he's lying directly. That is not a thing.
Again, okay. I don't know. I have no idea.
Yes, he's lying. He's telling the truth, maybe. You're unsure. You're more confused than you started. He looks innocent, but then one moment you see a sly smile, but the other moment he looks just completely, like, scared and afraid, and you might feel a little sympathy for him as you've been on the run quite a bit here, and you know what fate might await him if he gets arrested for this.
3 warriors with chainmail. It's not even worth the hassle. While I'm here, is it possible that I can, like, while they're still riding up, well, at this point 60 feet away, right?
They're trotting up, and they basically made it to you by this point. So you're within very clear eyesight of them, if that's what you're asking.
Okay. Well, shit, that's a day wasted. Mind if I keep his cart?
Property of the state, once again.
Oh, shit. Well...
Begone, guardsmen. Find a new liege to serve.
I'm just a mercenary. I'm just not my liege.
They shrug. They'll get up. They will bind his hands with rope. Unless you stop them or anything, they will begin searching through the cart. You see they produce a large chest, and they open it, and you see probably about 50, 60 gold kind of shimmering in this large-sized chest. They will pack it up, throw it in the back of the cart. One man gets in the back, another man gets on the front, another will carry the horses and the man tied up as they go off in the direction of Restport.
Oh, I guess I'm just continuing my way to Orenstead. I mean, I would, but I'm just trying to lay low, and 3 town guards going missing at the same time that I show up in town. Like, and then if someone sends word here, it's too much of a hassle. Like, I'm just attracting too much attention to myself at this point. I already fucked up the right half of the world. I was moving on to Orenstead then.
Okay, you head on down the road. As you head on down the road, it's peaceful, and you see the occasional traveler. But as you are getting closer to Orenstead, one in particular will stick out to you. Sorry, just give me a second. It is a beautiful woman. She appears to have just bright red hair, blue eyes. She has almost sly but beautiful features. Just very, very attractive as she walks down the road, just wearing what looks to be kind of a mystic's outfit. She's got this blue cloth on her head that kind of holds in some of her hair, maybe a bun or something. She has this long kind of reddish purple dress with a top to it that ends at the sleeves.
Is she going my way?
Yes, she's walking down the road.
Oh, well, I say hello to her.
Hello.
Do you know how far it is to Orenstead from here?
Orenstead? Yes, that is but a couple miles away.
So what are you doing so far out of town?
Oh, just traveling here and there. Making good business.
Oh, what is your business?
I tell fortunes.
Oh, could you possibly tell mine? Or do you
have 5 silver?
I do, but I also, if you can tell fortunes, I'm looking for a particular item. Could you would you be able to divine where it might be from, or
Ooh.
where I might be able to find it?
Yes, I can tell where this item would be if you tell me what it is and pay me.
Alright, I give her 5 silver.
You give her 5 silver. What item do you seek, and show me your hand? I must read your love line.
Okay, I say a bag of holding, and I and I show her my hand.
Ooh, a magic item. She will put her hand up and down your palm. Yes, I know where your quarry lies. She looks you in the eyes. Steve, is it? No.
Oh.
You go by another name.
Oh, what? Are you rolling for something?
Me?
Yes.
You don't get to ask that question all the time.
No, because you paused for a second.
Steve? Is it?
Yeah.
I need to know your real name.
Did I tell her my name?
You didn't tell her Steve. If that's what you're asking.
Shit.
You see, in one of her hands is a copper coin. She begins to flip kind of back and forth, very subtly.
Yes, Steven.
Yes, your quarry, it lies before you, the Swagger Swamp. You will find what you need in there, although you may lose your life, or perhaps more than that. She will take her hand off of yours.
Do I see a coin purse on her?
You do. Sebastian, she will say. That is your name. She flips the copper coin once again.
How do you know that?
I know many things.
Do you know how to keep a secret?
Two can keep a secret if one of them is dead, but I don't think I would be able to tell it to anyone of interest to you. You're not from here. Of that much I am aware.
That's when people do this, they typically are charlatans. I didn't believe that this was actually possible.
Freya, stop stealing my things. Freya has decided to come back and try and take more dice. So
She is the king of dice.
she likes to take them. She keeps moving my pen out of the way because I put it between her and my dice. But, yes. No.
Heart of the cards.
There must be a task before you go there, though. You must bring tribute to the beast you seek.
What tributes?
The hide of a great cave bear.
Is there a great cave bear nearby?
There are cave bears all around. All you need to do is hunt them down.
I have a question for you while I'm here. Something I've been wondering. Would you be able to tell me my father's name?
Your father's name. This information eludes me.
Okay.
Perhaps if I had more time, but I sense great feelings of anger towards your father. You feel betrayed, alone, desperate for his attention, but you don't know that yourself.
I weep. No. I start to break down. No, I wouldn't go that far, but I do want to meet the bastard eye to eye. All right. Well, I can escort you back to town since you've helped me so much.
I need no escort.
So I was gonna say, you said a great cave bear within the Swagger Swamp.
No, you must kill.
I must bring the hide of a great cave bear to the.
It will attract your quarry, that which you seek. There is an
What am-
old creature there that needs it, and that will be your introduction.
And that creature can provide me will lead me to the bag of holding.
You could say that. I must go. My sisters await me. My travel continues.
All right, sick.
And she will walk off towards Restport as you walk towards Ornstead. All right. You will make it towards Ornstead. It is a much smaller town. Looks to be just a way station. You see many horses lining the outskirts. It appears to be mostly just a rest point with probably like 1,000 or so people. Couple small houses on the outskirts, with most of it just being a few taverns and inns in the inside of town. Kind of mimics one of those old western towns. And as you enter the town, you'll see some men in cowboy hats outside of what looks to be a saloon, and they'll be one of them will be smoking a cigarette, neatly rolled. Breathing out. He'll look at you as you come in. Howdy, mister. You don't look like you're from around here. He's got chaps. No? Hello?
I was talking. I didn't. My mic was muted. I was a mercenary. I'm a mercenary. I was escorting a merchant here, but turns out he was a snake oil salesman. So now I'm in look of work again. Do you know any merchants that are making their way northward, or westbound?
Flicks a cigarette. You ain't here for the bounty? Just traveling?
What bounty?
Never mind. Yeah, there's a couple inns and taverns. Travel on towards Limestop, why don't you? Stay out of this town. If you're good for it.
In Limestop? That I wouldn't be able to get there till night. I wouldn't be able to get there till the following morning. There's no inn in town?
There are plenty of inns. But we don't tolerate many visitors these days.
Look, I just want some food and a place to sleep tonight. I frankly don't care about what's been going on in this town or what have you. As you know, the Mellow Grove isn't somewhere you really want to sleep at night, just in case. Plenty of places to be ambushed from. I just rather be aware when I'm walking through there.
You ain't interested in any business here? Nah?
Nah?
You got a strange accent, mister.
What is a nah?
You ain't interested in nah? None of our business?
Yeah, I don't even know the name of this town, frankly. I'm just literally just passing through to get to Char.
You ain't heard of no one here? You don't know who's in charge here?
Should I?
Fabienne's in charge here now.
Fabienne. Okay.
Fabienne.
Cool. That's fine. So where do we land on the end? Frankly, I don't care what stuff you're doing in this town. To be completely honest, if whatever has the run of it, fine. As long as there's a bed I can sleep on and some food I can eat, I really don't care.
Go stay in a barn outside of town. Could be a spy for all we know. Strange accent and whatnot brought in by the great lady herself up in Shell.
Okay, just as like a can I do a charisma check? Why? Okay, just to convince him, why would they bring in a foreigner with a strange accent to blend into a town where he'd obviously be singled out as the one foreigner there?
You can do a charisma check. Edith's yoke is sly, but maybe she ain't that sly. As she puts the yoke on our backs. Where are you from, mister?
Bounced around a lot. What was the name of the continent I was on?
You're on the same continent still now. You keep saying you're on a different continent.
Sorry, country. What was the name of the country?
Southumberland.
And what was the name of the country that was Golden Steep, the Golden Step and stuff?
That's the Confederacy of Idmar. You don't know much about it beyond it's just a confederation of powers to find. Yeah, that's it.
I tell him I'm from Umberland.
North or south?
South?
You got news from there? Ain't met no one from Southumberland in years.
Shit. Not really. I'm just a traveler. I'm just a mercenary, and frankly, I thought there was more work to be done over here. With the war going on.
I mean, you go join up with the army, but that kind of work gets you killed real quick.
Mainly do mercenary work.
But,
Merchants always needs guards. There's always some beast that needs slaying in the forest, so on and so forth.
You better not join actually with the army because we in opposition to them at this current juncture. We follow Fabienne, not that Queen Yokeworth. Whatever.
Hey, you keep saying Fabienne. Who's this person?
He's the bastard of Ornstead. Not anymore, though. He's proper liege lord now. Taken over.
So I
Pale
see.
man looks to you.
So you guys have taken over. You've taken the town from Shell.
Yeah. They too busy dealing with the shield helm and whatnot. Oh.
They're in a life or death struggle. Why send troops south to a town? Right.
Give me like 2 seconds. My screen did something and I gotta make sure. There we go. I'm trying to pull my information doc over to the left without it popping up on the recording, because then everyone sees all the information that's secret from players and audience members. Okay, there we go. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. So. Yeah. This. All right. Well, as long as I won't be bothered, and I can just go to sleep and pass through. Power to you. Congratulations on taking a town. Sounds like a hard feat.
Wasn't easy. Tell you what. A lot of friends I had to hang, and he'll gesture over to a building with what looks to be some skeletons hanging off of it. And you can go rest at an inn. It's a nondescript inn. You'll take a rest there and wake up in the morning. It costs another 5 silver.
Wait, in a war town?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's 5 silver for a nice inn with a room of your own.
Fine. Well, then I ask, like, hey, do you know any cave bears in the area?
I don't speak to none cave bears, but I'm sure there's cave bears in the Mellow Grove. You know they're pretty beefy, though. Might not want to take one on one. Rip right through you. Eat you alive.
Well, I can. Yeah.
Better you train yourself up. Take out like a brown bear, something more passive.
And then work my way up to that bear.
Yeah.
Out of game, did you notice this looks like a monkey standing in portrait?
What?
Look at the elemental gulf.
Sure.
Looks like a monkey standing in portrait. Like a hold on. There's the eyebrow.
Okay.
Eyes.
All right.
Mouth.
Anyway. Oh my god. Why did you say that to me? I think I need to end the session. My custom map, I made so many hours, and now you just point out that there's a monkey in it somewhere.
I couldn't. I literally, as soon as I saw it, I couldn't not focus on it. Alright.
How does that happen?
Dude, I know it's a complete accident, but you made a monkey. Like you made like a profile shot.
I literally smashed different kinds of continent paintbrushes together and to get this continent. Like, Why?
It looks like the change poster from Obama, but it's just like a monkey.
Okay, we
God.
can't put that one in the short. This is gonna be... That's too racy.
Oh no!
And part of the problem is no one knows you're black, and it's just, creates an issue. When you say things like that, no.
I didn't.
You can't say shit like that without people knowing. It's like, oh god.
Jesus Christ.
You're gonna get me canceled anyway. That's definitely not. That part isn't going. I'll put the part before in the short, but not that part. Oh my god. Jesus. You said Obama look like an Obama poster. It's a monkey, Nahom. My god, think. Oh Jesus. Okay, you're in Ornstead. You wake up in the morning. What do you do?
Yeah, I go after I get that information. Is there anything interesting going on in town? Like, are there any news in the tavern, or is it just like, oh, everyone's just war, just.
A lot of people ignore you in the tavern. These cattle hustlers, they got cowboy boots, the typical vest and shirt under it with a cowboy hat. The bartender will speak to you. He'll be like, news? Yeah, we're leading the resistance, apparently, no matter who wants it or not. 5,000 gold bounty on our dear leader, though, Fabian. Make a small fortune taking him out. But you have to carry his head to shell to the queen. Probably get knighted, too.
Well, I ask for like I look around. I just look around town, look for the Lord's Manor.
You step outside, you look around town. You don't see a Lord's Manor in town as you scope it out.
There's no any I was gonna say government building, but for where do I think I am? 5,000 gold?
To take back a town from a traitor, yeah.
Jesus. I mean, this might be my new mission temporarily. I mean, legitimately, this is my new mission. This is my new mission. Yeah. As for like a town map or like a local map.
They don't have any maps to give you. Maps are pretty rare, but
Just a view, not to actually give me.
you ask for a tour guide, basically.
Like it's a map of the area and the town, whatever. See if like a local library or like not library but local records keeper.
You get asked why you want a map. You ask for a records keeper. The guy who you're asking with the cowboy hat spits. Record keeper? You think we need some man writing all our shit down?
I mean, don't you have to? I guess you never mind. I was gonna say something, but you probably don't have to report the grain to anybody anymore.
We hung the local clerk for the kingdom. He ain't taking no more taxes from us. We only pay our gold to Fabian. The Wondrous.
How do you defend the town? This is a small town. How would you plan on defending it?
We don't need to defend it. They're busy with the war. They've been doing that for years. Who knows how much longer?
Eventually, I guess so. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Plus, there's no Lord's Manor. I noticed. Like, isn't it dangerous to for them to be out of town or away from the center of town or what have you?
Life is dangerous.
That is right. I will give you that. I kind of circle around town to see if there's like a road leading that isn't part of the main road, like leading somewhere else, like a heavily trodden path.
Yeah, you look around town. Give me a perception check as you wander around trying to find a path. You're not having any luck. You see paths out of town, but then you walk down one and you find a local hamlet. And you see a lot of these.
I can't just say I want to know where the Lord's Manor is.
You could, but, it's up to you.
I shouldn't. That's rather. Shit. Where would Lord's Manor be? I go back to the thing, like, so, do you guys have any work around here, by the way?
One of the local, the person you ask, you probably find that guy at the saloon again. Work, got things that need doing. You cattle rustler? What's your skill set?
Killing monsters?
Yeah, we got some monsters. You know, every town's got some outlying villages, and we got a problem on our hands we need dealt with.
What would that problem be?
There's a local cleric. He's a dwarf. Says he worships Dorhana and that she's the only domain he follows now that the liege lord's been usurped. Won't pay his taxes. Said he protects his village, all that bullshit. A couple guys we sent around came back naked. Nothing left on their person. Said old Oric ain't abiding by the law. If you can go track down this dwarf from the village and set him straight, that would be to our fancy.
I see. So this is a bounty from the Lord?
Yeah, you'll get our favor.
How much are you guys paying?
Pay 10 gold to do it. Keep whatever's on him. I'm sure he's got some money. He's a cleric, you know. He's seen his fair share of adventure.
All right. Where would I report this? Do I report it to the Lord? Do I report it to someone?
Bring old Oric back to me.
And you are?
Joseph.
Joseph
right.
Starr.
We all have last names now that there ain't no nobles here, except for Fabienne.
Wait. Okay. So what'd you do with the previous lord here then?
Looks back at the hanging bodies.
Oh, I see. Okay. It's like I thought you'd wouldn't you want to hang the lord outside of his own manor, or wherever the lord lives here?
That would make him better than anyone else, and according to Fabian, no man is better than any other. We all got our own business, you know?
Nice ornament on the lord's manor.
He doesn't care. All bastards, dwarves, everyone. Everyone is their own man. As long as you abide by his law, you're your own man.
Actually pretty freeing.
Yeah. We don't gotta worry about them nobles anymore. We elected Fabienne. Well, those of us left. And he points to the bodies on the wall.
So I guess the elected official gets to live in the lord's manor now.
Yeah. Fabienne does. He's been elected 3 times now. Every year. He wins.
It's been 3 years?
Yeah.
Oh, congrats.
We had to get one of them graveyard diggers to mess with those bones and make sure they stayed together.
They're tied up with twine and shit. Right.
Yeah. you look at them, some of them are worse for wear, but they're still bones, and they appear to have been treated with something to keep them there and present on the building.
So does Fabian live in town, or I haven't seen the manor around here. Isn't it not safe for it to be far from the main town? Like I'm assuming your main force is here.
Mott and Bailey's generally don't sit in the town. They can, but they usually stay on the most dangerous side, which is our north. To our north is the Mott and Bailey. He resides there with his personal guard.
That seems all right. Where's the where's the village, by the way? Which direction?
The village?
The one with the gnome. The dwarf.
Yeah. That's to the south, closer to Restport. He gives you directions vaguely to a village that resides around this area.
Well, I will be back. I make my way to the village.
All right. You make your way to the village. You will approach what looks to be a small dwarven hold nestled around what appears to be a large cave. You see about 4 dwarven households, which means there's probably like 20 to 30 people here. And then you see that large cave as you approach. A couple dwarves will go, "Hail! What is your business here?" They have large pickaxes. 2 of them.
I heard there was a cleric in town.
Why are you looking for him?
I have a proposition for him.
Tell us. 2 dwarves look at you.
Well, I kind of don't want to say it just out loud, just with the political climate around here.
Whisper it then.
Can he come outside? Can I speak to him? I understand several attempts at his life was made. I have a potential solution for that, but I just wanted to speak to him about that issue.
Anything you can trust with Auric, you can trust with us.
And you are?
I'm Stone Steel, and this is underground.
Okay, and what is your relation to Auric?
Friends, patrons, followers. He keeps us safe. Make sure we are who we are.
So I have a question for you guys. You guys are at odds with the newest leadership around Orenstead, correct?
Yeah, a couple of families here don't need to abide by Fabian's laws. We know how the order works. The gods appoint men to lead. They don't elect them.
I agree. So, and hypothetically, if you were to help me, I could potentially solve your Fabian problem, for my own reasons, of course. But to do that, I would need a distraction.
Are you telling the truth?
Huh? Me?
Yeah,
I'm being dead serious.
Okay.
Like I had a potential idea that would kind of solve our problems. I understand that you keep getting mercenaries coming here to try to attack you. People from that town have propositioned me the same idea, but frankly, I see a different way of accomplishing a better goal.
You have a plan that involves taking maybe the 6 or 7 of us who are able-bodied to cause a distraction for Orenstead? Sounds like we'll get hung.
Specifically the Lord's Manor.
Sounds like we'll get hung. Sure, but you can talk to Auric about it, but I doubt he'll go along with this crazy idea.
Alright, may I come in?
Give us your weapons and you may enter the cave of Auric.
Sure. I give them my sword, and I give them my, my bow, I guess. Oh, I also asked them, do you have any blacksmiths among you?
Of course, we're dwarves.
Oh, just checking.
You can enter the cave. You see a large statue of what appears to be a woman directly coming out of the cave stone. As soon as you enter, there are torches on the walls lighting this cave. The woman appears to be feminine, but somewhat hardy. She looks to be like humanoid, but a little bit shorter. No beard or anything, but she looks to be trying to struggle out of the stone and is holding what appears to be a large gemstone in her hand, although as you look at it, it's just a piece of stone that's colored yellow.
So they worship the exiled pantheon, then?
That is probably what you're inferring, as this doesn't appear to be an essence deity. And you pass the statue, and behind it, sitting in front of a small altar with a couple of gemstones on it, is a dwarf in prayer. He turns around. You see he also has a large gemstone placed around his neck, and he goes, "Hello." He has chainmail as well and a large hammer.
You're Orenstead, correct?
I'm Auric.
Auric, I'm sorry.
Orenstead is the name of the town.
Orenstead, I'm sorry. Auric, I apologize. So, Auric, I have a proposition for you. I would rather have a change in leadership around here, and I think you'd prefer the same. I had a proposition that potentially that may benefit us all. if you could potentially make a distraction or of some kind, you and your people make some kind of distraction near the Lord's manor, lure away some guard. I could potentially go in and, relieve him of his neck.
What kind of who are you?
Oh, you can call me Steven.
Steven.
Yes.
You show up here claiming that if we cause a distraction, leave where we are safe, that this is going to work out. You know they'll kill us if we do something like that. Whereas if I just don't pay our taxes, they'll just keep sending men till I'm done up. Won't cause any of my friends harm.
But potentially, he may become enough a nuisance where they keep sending men. The reason I found out about you is because they propositioned me to do the same. I'm of a mind that there is more gold to be made working against them than working with them.
You're after the bounty.
I wasn't until they told me about it. They are truly terrible guards. Told me where the mansion was, told me the bounty was $5,000, and told me he had a personal guard around his own mansion to the north. I mean,
it's almost
truly...
like your first impression was a natural 20.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
And the DM sighed in frustration when you got that role, but has been enacting properly since then, as though they did trust you, that you were just some foreigner with no business here.
Yeah. So yeah, I
try
had no business
to
here.
crucify his probably accurate role playing to that role.
It was. I forgot about that for a second. I was like, yeah. So, yeah. Now that I know about that, it makes, for me, a man who appreciates some coin, would rather go for that than make my way over to Shell and claim the bounty. But if I don't know, I think it might be in everyone's best interest, your town's safety, and then my ability to get rid of the person jeopardizing your safety. We might both gain from this.
Any distraction we could cause would put all of my men in danger. He has about 20 or so men under his personal guard in that estate.
I'm not saying cause like a fight or anything like that. I know doors typically in the fields of mining. Do you have any explosives, anything that could be set off just near enough away that would kind of lure the guard out? There's some of them. Obviously, obviously they wouldn't be dumb enough to leave. Actually, they might be dumb enough to leave them completely unguarded, but enough for me to slip in and do my job and leave, hopefully without provocation.
Haven't used smoke powder in years. That's not a bad idea, though, but it'd be hard to come by. There's only one person I know who can make it, and they're not around here. They're south, though.
I'm assuming you mean the only town I know south of here is Restport.
They're not in town. They got a tower. Only wizards make smoke.
Oh.
Smoke powder. You're not very aware of what smoke powder is, but just for the audience, I'll say it's like gunpowder, explosive, but magically made. There is no gunpowder in this world, only smoke powder.
Yes, that. Do you know how much it costs to acquire enough to make a sufficient distraction?
To afford something to distract them long enough to go in and slay Fabienne. Gosh darn it, that'll probably be. And who knows, maybe he'll go out and, if you're unlucky, he might go out and try and deal with the situation himself.
That'd be preferable. Slipping into his quarters, wait for him to return, wait for him to go to sleep, you know?
Not a bad idea. You'll have to talk to the wizard to the south. I can, I'll go with you and, oh, no, I can't go with you. I'll send someone with you to, find...
Speak on my behalf, I guess? Or help me? Okay.
Sorry, he says
That's
find her.
Also, while I'm here,
deal.
I understand that this is a kind of a big ask. I don't know if any of you can help me kind of make this sketch more realistic or help me draft this in more of a way that makes sense feasibly. But I showed him my drawing of like my gauntlet thing. I understand this will cost a lot to make, which I won't be able to provide to you. This is just more of a question of is this feasible to make?
Do you know who I am? He looks at your design.
I've heard you are a cleric of the goddess Dorhana.
Do you know what Dwarhana loves more than anything else in this world?
No.
A dwarf who can craft. And I am imbued as a cleric to be the best of the smiths, for I am a priest-smith of Dwarhana. Bless her name. And if you get rid of Fabian and his men, I will craft you the finest version of these you will ever see. He looks at these gloves that you're asking to be made, these kind of like, not bladed, but like studded fists.
No shit. I think perfect.
But they all
Well,
need to die.
all his men inside as well.
Yes.
I can definitely deal with the with the new quote unquote Lord himself.
Has to be them all.
The men will be a more tougher challenge, but I can feasibly make that work.
The reason it has to be them all, Steve? Steven. Is because no one will take over after they're gone, but who knows what mucky business they'll get up to before they leave town, fearing the law coming by. They'll lose the support of the people after Fabian's dead, but they'll steal, they'll loot, they'll pillage, and we want to avoid that.
Right.
They might come try and kill me for real, rather than teach me a lesson.
All right. In terms of killing his entire army, well, more like a troop, but in terms of killing his troop, I may need assistance for that, but I'm still more than welcome, more than able to lend my aid and try to complete that task as well. If you guys are still willing to help in that task.
We won't be able to help you kill these men. We can't have this tied to us. We can craft the smoke powder into a charged explosive. Maybe even have a dwarf let it off somewhere secret to distract them. But directly attacking them would only cause harm to us, and if you fail, you know what the repercussions are for such a thing. It's death of all of us. Our small home here that I've carved out for my fellow people as we traveled from the Tintock Mountains. Tin-tipped mountains
Down the clock.
would be forfeit. And their lives, not just mine, would be ended. This place put to the torch.
Well, fair enough. Well, I will. Well, whenever you guys are ready, we can depart for the Wizard's Tower and get this plan underway.
I am. Yes, I will call. He looks around.
Bronson.
Tabs. He gestures over to a man outside the cave. Tabs, come here. And a young-looking dwarf with a long black beard will come up to you and go, "Hello, what's the business? I was just working on my project." He goes, "None of that now." Orin goes, "Sorry, Oric, you've got me fucked up now. Shouldn't have named them so similar." Oric will go
Again.
to the south. I'm aware. Oric will go to the south. Lead him to the wizard. He'll kind of look suspect and go, "Oh, okay. Sure she won't magic me?" He goes, shrugs. "It's worth the risk, trust me."
Nice to meet you. Your name was?
Tabs.
Tabs. When do you want to depart?
Looks around. Sooner the better.
All right. We can leave now then.
Okay.
I'm ready to go. Before I leave, I'll obviously grab all my weapons and stuff.
Alrighty. It will take the better part of a day. You've already spent a lot of this day doing things. He will lead you through these light forested woods, trekking along this unfamiliar place. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear.
We have the power of 2 perception checks.
You are wandering through the light woods on your feet with this small dwarf, and you can give me a perception check as you wander through the woods. That's a pass. As you're wandering through, you notice about 20 yards away from you. Not 20 yards, sorry. Let's just do 100 feet away from you. As I roll for this, is an ogre. He peers around the tree, looks at you. You see a big club. You've met an ogre before. You've slayed it, but you didn't fight it in combat. You outran it. If you remember.
Oh, yeah, those are ogres. Wait, I thought those were hill giants.
No, you fought an ogre on the road to Monmill.
Oh yeah, I kept shooting him with my bow.
Yes.
Oh shit. I let the guy know. We may have a fight. We may have a fight in front of us. Then
He slinks behind a tree, going like, "You got this."
What? Okay, I get my bow out and I start backing up. And is he coming towards us at this point?
Yeah, the ogre is stomping towards you. He's got his club over his shoulder. He's big and fat and tall, about 9 feet or so.
I take my 2 shots.
You start taking shots. We're gonna roll initiative for that then. He goes at 2. All right, he will start breaking towards you. He makes it about 40 feet in your direction. Is that right? Hold on. Let me make sure I've done my math correctly just real quick. No, 45 feet. Excuse me. There we go.
Does the brush slow him down?
Huh?
Does the brush slow him down? Like
The brush
the
doesn't
wooding?
slow him down. This is light forest. If it was a thick
Tree.
woods, you'd have trouble shooting him, but it would slow him down. But you can take your shots as the ogre goes, "You dare to hit Brog." And he will charge the 45 feet towards you.
I can move what? 30 and still attack, right?
You can move 30 and still attack.
So far, at this point, he's
But the
only
dwarf,
still,
as you
he's
start
still-
moving, goes, "Wait! Don't move! I can't outrun this thing! Defend
not-
me!"
You move the other direction. He'll go after me. I'm going to be pulling his attention.
Okay, he'll start running and to the west.
Wait, hold on. Are you a cleric? Can you heal? What can you do to help in the situation?
I'm just a dwarf. I build carts and things to carry heavy things.
Shit. Okay. Well, I back up and I take I back up my full 30. Right now we're 90 feet away from. I'm 95 feet away from him.
Okay.
And I take my 2 shots.
You take your 2 shots at the ogre. Give me a roll to hit.
Whiff.
Complete whiff.
Whiff.
Another whiff. The ogre will produce another 45 feet, the arrows flying over his head. The dwarf runs off towards the west. The ogre gets closer
Back
to
up
you.
another 30. He's 80 feet at this point.
Mm-hmm. He continues
shots.
as AC of 8 does not hit. AC of
Oh, really?
2 more whiffs. Yeah. It's only a 12. Ogres do not get hit on a 12. He continues to run towards you.
I do the same thing. At this point, I'm only losing 10 feet of ground per turn.
But he hasn't been hit yet, so why would he stop?
So yeah, so 70 feet.
Roughly, we'll say. You do hit that bow shot.
Oh, that's
Both hit.
Large damage. Do those not make a difference?
I think it's just D6 across the board.
Really? Okay.
I'll
that's
check,
kind of-
but I'm almost certain. Flip to my page. You're
This is
using
D6,
a
but it
short
seems
bow
wrong.
with sheath arrows. No, flight arrows. Yep, D6. Nope, it's right.
Oh shit. Well, yeah.
Bows do same across the board. You do 4. 3. You do 7 points of damage. The ogre angrily, "Arrgh," and he will take his turn to hide behind a tree.
Is he hiding well?
Yes, he has full cover as he hides behind a tree, kind of thins himself out, and will yell loudly. This doesn't have to be difficult. Come near, and I will extract my toll, and you can pass.
Oh.
My toll.
Maybe you should have mentioned that first. What is the toll?
You shot me.
Yes, when a giant comes running at you,
He did not start to run. He trotted towards you until you shot him. Took a nice leisurely pace.
I've had the best history with giants, so
I
frankly,
am an ogre. How dare you? This is typical racism.
okay. Is a part of him peeking out? What's the penalty to hit him?
He's in full cover. It'd be natural 20 would be probably your go-to on this one. He's full
I
behind a tree.
ask him what the toll is.
2 gold, 1 for you and 1 for. He peeks his head very quickly around the tree, picks it back. Well, 1 for the dwarf, but he's gone. You've actually lost sight of him now. And you notice that he's just been running and running and running in the direction you told him.
I said go back that way.
You said run that direction. He won't come after you, but he's short and needs to get his pace going.
It's been 3 turns. He made it past eyesight. Shit.
That's 30 feet around, so he's 60 feet in a direction, but you kept going another direction.
Yeah. So
So-
yeah. So I tell him. Fine. I throw 2 gold at him, and I say we're square, and I start running in the direction the dwarf went.
We are square. And he will go and grab the gold. You just catch sight of him, but you're running kind of like diagonal from him. Give me a perception check as you run after the dwarf. You're quicker than him, but do you take the right path? You don't have a tracking proficiency.
Perception check.
Yep. See if you can catch sight of him. You see off in the distance, about 100 or so feet away, as you start to run that first round, is the small dwarf. He's huffing it towards the Lycina River, although you don't know its name.
Hey, I tell him, hey, it's fine. I resolved it.
You killed him?
No, he wanted a toll, but frankly, most of the ogres I've met have not been, either they've not spoken the common tongue or they've chose just to kill me. So,
Of course. He wanted. You bitched out?
he took a toll. What is 2 gold worth your life?
And so you can't even kill an ogre? I'm using my gnome voice. You can't even kill an ogre?
See, this is a lot less quizzical and whimsical. When you do
You can't even kill an ogre?
1 second.
Hello? Ni-ho? We'll turn on the thieves' music. Boop-a-doop-a-doop.
Alright, I'm back.
Okay.
Okay, yes. So it's like, well, you ran, so
I'm not going to try and kill Fabian?
you knew him?
Fabian? We all know a Fabian.
Okay.
The
fine.
point being, a true hero would kill the ogre. I just thought
Who
you
said
were
I
up
was a
to the
hero?
snuff.
Whatever. Let's just head towards the thing.
You see judgment in his eyes. I guess I'll have to talk to Oric about this. Okay.
She wants me to kill the ogre that badly.
It's whatever. Yeah, you said it. It's easier to run. Pay the toll.
Okay. Well, sure. Fine. Let's keep moving.
Okay. You'll continue towards the tower, and late in the night, you will see a large, dark-stoned tower. Producing from the trees.
I come to the. But is there a door?
You're a little further out, but you try and get closer to look for a door.
Yep.
You will get closer, and from out of the brush, you will hear a voice. Hello.
Hello. I'm looking for the owner of this tower.
Out of the bushes, you will see a man-shaped creature with kind of like a drooping face. It almost looks like their face has been melted, but they still have two eyes and a human head.
Wait, kind of like the thing I saw in the hills, in the Iron Hills?
Let me describe it. And it will kind of limp out. One hoof, one leg has a cloven hoof. The other is just a regular human leg. One arm has a lobster claw, and the other has what looks to be maybe a hook. You're not sure what this could be from, but it looks like an insect-like hook that can hook on to things. And just a regular humanoid body as it kind of limps out because it has an uneven footing from one hoof and one foot. Hello?
Hi. I'm looking for the owner of this tower.
Lathara,
Okay. Can you take me
mistress
to her?
of the woods.
Isn't that what the other one said? Yeah.
Yes. We
Hold on,
all love Lathara.
Do you have are there more of you across the continent?
You talk of the hills.
Yes.
Grimmick does not go to the hills.
Who's in the hills?
Lathara.
Sure, yeah. Then yeah, I say okay. Can you take me to the owner of the tower? I'd like to speak to them.
She is not home today.
When will she be home?
Not sure.
Do you mind if we rest inside and wait for her to return?
No.
Can
You
we rest
rest in my house.
Sure.
I, Grimmick.
Hello,
Points
Grimmick.
his little hook hand at himself.
So where's your house?
Oh, follow me. And he will lead you towards the tower, but as you approach, you see a small thatch roof and a what looks to be a longhouse, actually, kind of produced as you get better sight of it. It's not just a small thatch roof, it is a long thatch roof, kind of with a long building. He goes, "Friends inside."
All right. I go in.
You go in and you will open the door, or he'll open the door and lead you in, and you see various other creatures or men, you're not sure which at this point, with different limbs, just anything you can imagine, hooves and clawed feet, goblinoid arms, lobster claw hands, or large fists made of only stone. You get the picture, right? Combination folk. Some are humanoid looking, others look more like goblins, some look like ogres. As you enter this longhouse, you see just combinations of different creatures, and they all turn as you enter, different faces greeting you with various limbs, and go, "Hello!"
How is the dwarf reacting to this, by the way?
The dwarf is in horror. He's like, I didn't want to come here. She's gonna magic me. She's gonna make me one of these things. She's gonna turn me into a monster. I don't want to be that. I want to be Torque. Tabs. I want to be Tabs. I just want to be Tabs.
All right, Tabs. How about you just relax, okay? Okay, buddy. I won't let anyone magic you.
The creatures say, hello. One comes up to you. It has a tentacle. It tries to shake your hand with it. It ribs and raves up your arm, sliming up. Hello.
Hello?
Do you shake his tentacle?
No.
You don't shake his tentacle? Well, there goes our hentai spinoff anyway. I'm sorry. He will retract it. Nahum?
Okay. I'm just more shocked by this. I asked him, okay, do you know when the lady of the house will be back?
We don't know. She comes, she goes. She likes to pay us tolls. She loves to feed us gruel. We love to go for a stroll with Lathara, the Wizard of the Tower. They go offbeat. That was sung, by the way, to you.
I know, I got it. When was the Wizard of the Tower returning?
She returns at any hour, day, to sit in her tower of power.
All right.
They give a smile. Some of them give, smiles. Some of them have teeth that are falling out consistently. Others have tongues that don't ever fit into their mouths.
Okay, so what I do is I just kind of, okay, cool.
Eat. Hungry.
I have food already, but so I'm just going to just set
No.
up camp.
Eat. And they will point to a bowl of what looks to be black sludge.
Like I said, I am not particularly hungry, but I have rations.
Rude. They all. Some start to boo. Boo. Eat. Rude. Eat.
But I'm not. I have some allergies. Could you tell me what's in it?
Food. Delicious. Delicious grew.
Okay. Just because you don't know what's in it, I may be allergic.
Eat food. Some of them will go and devour from their own various bowls of black sludge. Eat food.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna go wait outside. I walk out.
Oh, boo!
I walk outside and I kind of set up camp next to their house because this seems bonkers.
The one that you met with the little hook hand and the humanoid face that looks melted will come up to you and go, "No, eat."
I'm not.
They point to the small dwarf. He eat then. Eat. He eat. He hungry.
You hungry, man?
He shakes his head. No, I am okay. I ate a big meal before we left.
Exactly, we both had a big lunch. We both had a pretty big lunch. We got some dietary restrictions.
Give me a charisma check.
We both had a pretty big lunch. We have some dietary restrictions, so we're good for now. In fact, we're just planning on waiting, maybe setting up a quick camp. Wait for your mistress to come back. But you know what? We're just gonna chill that while that's going on. Okay?
Is that your charisma check?
It absolutely is my charisma check.
You pass. Let's see if your dwarf companion does. Your dwarf companion also passes. Fine, no eat. And he will walk back inside. You'll hear them singing through the night as you try to probably rest and chill out. You'll hear, Lathara, she's our mom. She makes us so we aren't sad no more. We implore, we love Lathara more. The uggos outside don't eat with us. They aren't good friends. They losers, they suck, and they continue on berating you in their song for the rest of the night. As you hear them cheerfully sing, and you hear the devouring of black sludge sometimes they go. Do you do anything else tonight? Nahum, hello?
I just kind of go to bed. It's horrifying.
All right, you go to bed. The dwarf goes, I'm going to stay up tonight.
Yeah, it's you can go ahead and do that. I'm just gonna go sleep. I'll see you in the morning.
Okay, give me a perception check as you slumber.
They're horrifying.
Fail. You slumber through the night. You wake up. You look around. You don't see Tabs. He's gone.
I look around for Tabs.
You don't see him anywhere.
I go inside the shack.
You go inside the great hall, and you see the creatures feasting in the morning. You see the one with the melted face greet you. Hello, come to eat.
Do you know where Tabs is?
He smiles. Yes, he's bathing.
Where?
Would you like to bathe?
I'd like to talk to Tabs real quick.
Okay, and he will ask you to follow him through the great hall towards the back of it.
Okay.
You see there's an off-shooting room that you're led to, and in it is a pool of black sludge, and he points in there. It's kind of like a hot tub made of wood, and black sludge is inside.
Is he sitting on top of it or something?
You don't see him.
Who put him in there?
He shrugs. Probably Todd. Todd
Bring
likes
Todd
to
then.
have friends for bathing.
Can you bring Todd here?
Sure. You will see a lizard-faced creature come out with little cloven hooves on both feet and human arms.
Okay, Todd, they told me that you might know where my friend is. Is he in the pool?
It'll stick out its long, curved tongue.
Can you understand him? Okay, I ask.
Grinnick
can you
looks at you.
Okay, I asked the other guy next to him, the guy I was talking to originally. Can you understand what he's saying?
Yes, I understand, Todd. He says, wanted to bathe, looked for friend outside, could not find good mongrel men for it, and so he found tabloobs.
Okay, where did he go after the bath?
Oh, he's still bathing. At least Todd says so. He's in there, like I said.
Okay, I look around. I look a perception check to see if I see anything floating.
You don't need a perception check.
Do I see anything floating in there?
There's nothing floating. You see bubbles from the black ooze, though, as
Do I
though
see-
something is under it.
Okay, I touch the black ooze. I touch it with my hand.
You feel a hot warmth as you touch the black ooze, and you see boils start to form on your hand, and the skin on your thumb, where whatever finger you touched it with, begins to like melt almost like it did on the creature.
Oh my god. So if I passed the perception check, I would have seen him being dragged off to his death?
You'd have heard the scuffle, but you slept through it.
Oh my god. Okay, is the lady back yet?
Lothara is not home yet. His bath will be finished in an hour. Would you like to join him?
No, I would not. Could you please pull out whatever's left of Tabs out of the bath?
The hook one will look up at his companion. Todd, the lizard-like man with human arms and cloven hooves, will shrug and go and walk over towards the pool, reach his hands in, and pull out what used to be a dwarf, but now appears to have green like skin all over its body. You see one arm is like a little baby arm, and it looks to be forming into a human arm. The other arm appears to have like another hook like the one you've met before.
Oh
You
my
don't
god,
see
they
his
magicked
legs.
him!
They did magic him. And I think we need to end our session because I have dinner and I'd like to eat it.
You know what?
But,
Probably me too. I need to run down to the optometrist. They have my glasses already.
Okay. So I think we will end our session here. Let's calculate XP. How is Sebastian feeling about
This continent? I'm feeling pretty good. A lot of cool quests going on. Tabs that kind of messes with relations with the dwarves. I don't know. This may be an international incident, but otherwise.
Let's see here. Okay, plus 500. We'll give you a little for role playing. We'll give you an extra 200 for that. So let's call it 840. No modifiers so far on that, but
140.
840.
840.
Yes.
Dude, I mean that. I feel Oh, divided into two. I forgot. So 420 each. Dude, I feel bad.
Okay. I didn't plan for any of this, by the way.
Oh my god, if I only woke up.
There's some stuff that is pre-established, like Lithara, but the rest of it is just off the cuff. So, just thinking up stuff. Thinking up quests for you.
Dude, it's fucking great. Everything turned out great, but no, he's dead.
He's not dead. It's just different.
If
Now
I bring
he's
him-
tabloobs.
Okay, if I asked him a question, could he answer me and still be the kind of like the same person, or is he like?
We'll get to that next session.
Oh my god, because I'm like worried like if he's gonna talk normal, that's one thing. Like okay, I'm
Did
gonna
you
ask the
level?
lady that.
Out of curiosity.
Hmm?
Did you level anything or no?
I'm checking the list right now. It is 2,000. Oh, it's 5,000 for level 4 for thief, so I'm not there yet. I think warrior. I'm not sure what warrior is. I think right now, actually.
It is 4,000 for level 3. I don't know what you're at.
4,000.
Yes.
Can I allocate some XP
No.
away?
Nope.
Oh,
Looks
I'm
like next
30
session
XP
you'll
away.
level your fighter.
I'm 30 XP away.
I
in
see
fighter.
that. Next time you will level your fighter. If only you'd used a thief ability or something.
I did, but I failed them. I think. I failed a lot. I failed.
Failed your pickpockets. That's the only one you
failed
tried.
pickpockets, and then I killed those 4 goblin things.
I gave you the.
No,
Gibberling XP.
I'm just saying if I did anything else. I didn't do much. This is more of an RP session.
Mm-hmm. I gave you the 500 for being here and the 200 for role playing. So that is, I think you're leveling next time.
Most likely, I'm most likely gonna level in. Wait, hold on. Depends on how much I do, but there's a good chance I level in both if I do really well next time.
We'll see what you do with Lithara, but I'm gonna go eat. Anything to say to the audience that does watch these episodes or the shorts?
Don't sleep next to monsters.
Yes. And we will meet Tabloobs with Sebastian next time. See if you can make up more fake names as well.
I know, right? Like I'm keeping track of them. Who knows what me by what name? In BT Dubs, be on the lookout for the next the Wizarding Academy. What do we call this one?
That's the Magic Academy, the University of the Wandering Isle.
University of the Wandering Isle.
Yep, we'll be starting that. So catch you guys later.
See ya.